The reason I generally don't post actual court documents is because my subscribers trust me to give them the correct information.
The correct information? Are you certain that your audience gets correct information, Mr. Sloan? It seems like that statement might not be entirely true. Or were you referring to just information, not necessarily true or correct information? At what point has your audience misplaced their trust, Mr. Sloan?
Now, I'm sorry to bother all you good folks with this stuff because I know you all trust me.
Is that indeed a fact, Mr. Sloan? Has the audience's trust been abused? Are you in fact counting on this trust to be enduring, Mr. Sloan? I seriously have concerns about your credibility in both statement and content, Mr. Sloan. You seem unusually comfortable demanding proof from others, all the while not providing any tangible evidence of your credentials. If any exist, let's consider that next.
When I have already shown the proof is in the pudding of everything that I have said.
The pudding, Mr. Sloan, everything you say. Is there verification of the claim of 37 legendary years in law enforcement available for review, or is this one that your audience will just have to take your word for it? Let us consider this next clip in that context, shall we?
It's better to have the actual black and white information instead of listening to rumors or innuendo.
Here I can agree with you, Mr. Sloan. Just where is any black and white document to support? What did you call it, the pudding, when applied to you? Are you relying solely on your audience trusting you to be all that you portray yourself to be? Just where is that trust me but not him line drawn, Mr. Sloan? And who draws that line?
We have a Patreon page, ladies and gentlemen, where we show all of the unedited information that we can't show here on YouTube. And because of YouTube and whiny-ass, bitch-ass frauditors who only approve of transparency when it's about someone else and not them.
Have you in any way thought to apply that argument to yourself, Mr. Sloan? It seems to me to be a very hypocritical stance for you to take. If you made that statement in good faith, and not in jest, that would, to me anyway, seem to portray arrogance. That might explain why you feel as though you don't owe your audience an explanation of what went wrong with the NC Audits Exposure video. Over 2,000 viewers accepted what you've admitted was a flawed exposure in NC Audit's case.
And auditing Mabton from Washington over there, Mr. Chris, who thinks it's okay to dox cops and their families, but when someone does it to him, he goes crying to YouTube and gets my First Amendment rights cut right off at the nuts.
Have you at least considered that if someone files a complaint with YouTube about your conduct, and YouTube sides with the complainant, then perhaps you're in the wrong, Mr. Sloan? That in itself is an interesting point to consider, don't you agree? After reviewing some of your footage, I find that you're, in some cases, more irritating and obnoxious than those you feature in your content. Just what and how much separates you from the people you seem to hate and feature in your videos, Mr. Sloan?